Hey, what's up? It is DJ. Here are your new mods on Farm Sim 25 for Monday, June 23rd. In total, 26 mods released today. All platforms got 18 new, and PC and Mac players got 6 new and 2 updates. You can check those timestamps to see what you want to see first. Otherwise, let's jump right in and check them all out. Let's start them off with the BigBud 450. This is from Hispano and JHHG. This is 450 horsepower. You got a manual plus power shift transmission, 2,082 liters of fuel. You can get it to go up to 27 miles per hour, although it is down to, what is that, 32 kilometers per hour? I don't even know how many miles per hour that is, but there you go. We also have multiple different wheel brands. BigBud, Michelin. Say multiple, a few. We also have some big old chunky boys on there. The LSW is looking sweet, so that is very nice to see. Rim contour, it's going to put a little lip around your rim, and you'll be able to color that. It does look the best on these wide tires, though, so we will add it to that just so you can see it. Tinted windows go for 25, 50, and 100%. Overhead working lights are going to be front, rear, and both. Then you've got beacon lights on the left, right, or both. And then you can change up the beacons between all of the available models that we have in the game, which I love that option. Very cool. Then we get color. So your main color is, well, main color. The design is going to be the cabin itself. Chassis is this black part down here at the bottom that says BigBud. Then you got the railing on the sides. Of course, that's railing, the engine grill itself, and then the rim contour, which is that strip around the outside. We'll show you that in red here. And then you've got your rim color. If we load it up, there is only one animation, and that is going to be opening up the driver's side door. Just like so. Does look pretty good in here, though. Like it. This was, as far as I know, the only Giants version of the BigBud that we were missing before now. However, I'm not really sure I would consider it a Giants version, seeing that Hispano and JHHG have their names all over this thing. Up next, we have the Fiat Universal 650. This one is also from Hispano. This is another big Hispano modding day, by the way. This one is pretty much the UTB Universal 650 that was released on PC and Mac not too long ago. This option right here is still available in a 4-wheel or 2-wheel drive option, so you are able to choose which one you like. Both of them are going to have very similar, if not exactly the same customization options. So let's take a look at the big boy. As far as this one, 90 horsepower. We have no cabin. We have front and all the way around, so fully enclosed. And then we've got one with that open back on the cabin there. I prefer this without a cabin, although you do get some extra stuff with it, so we'll leave it on there. Engine options, you have a 90 or a 250 horsepower engine. Gotta love it. On here, Trelleborg, Michelin, Nokian tires, so pretty simple through there. Front wheel fenders, you can either go with a metallic or rubber set. Window tinting, 25, 50, 75, and 100%. Good luck seeing out of there. Front working lights are going to be a yes or no. Beacon lights, left, right, and both. However, no option to change those. Wheel or weights or front loader coupler, so you can throw a weight on there, which is nice to see. 600 kgs on that. You also have a quickie and a Hauer front loader. And then we have multiple color options. You've got your main color. You've also got the design, which is going to be the engine and the frame down at the bottom. Ceiling, of course, is the top. Design color right here. I can't actually remember what this does, so let's check it out. Oh, yeah, it's a seat. Forgot about that. And then rim colors. Rim colors. This one does feature a couple different things. We can move around both of the mirrors independently, and they are controller friendly. They do exactly what you would expect, and we can open up our front window as well. Check that out. We've also got another one, the Armatrac 1104. I'm pretty sure this was a base game tractor in either 22 or 19. I can't remember, but I do know that Hispano modding has brought it back. 110 horsepower on here, manual plus power shift transmission. It goes 24 miles an hour. A couple different wheel options to choose from. A little more than previous tractors with Hispano's name on them, so that is nice to see. Of course, multiple options there. Fenders could be added. Then you got a main design and rim color. We've had just about every John Deere mod under the sun recently, but we haven't had a grain cart. Well, here you go. Here is your grain cart. 15,000 liter capacity, 1.9 tons, 110 horsepower is required. You got a PTO on there, and you can throw some rice tires on there. You've also got a worn rice, which is nice, and then, of course, a standard set. A couple different standard sets, and I like that they included those. I imagine those will probably be the more popular set. More Hispano mods. These are the Demco Special Transports. I believe these were new mods from him for FS22. Could be wrong. Maybe it was 19. I can't remember. Nonetheless, they have increased. You've got auto load on these now. I don't think they had auto load before. Very cool. Very nice to see that. A couple different wheel options to choose from. These are heavy haulers. Heavy haulers, baby. Even have an off-road version there. A couple different color options to choose from. A larger trailer, which will hold up to 72 bales, and a smaller trailer right here, which will hold up to 52 bales. It also appears that this is auto-loading for square bales only. There are a couple animations on the trailers that you may want to know about. We can raise up and down the front half of the wheels, so you could raise those up, and you could also raise and lower the ones in the back. So that makes things a little bit more handy when loading stuff up. So that's pretty cool. We also have the ramps, which could be removed and dropped down. Boom, ba-boom. Hey, brings those out. Very cool, very cool. We also have an open cover, which will open up stuff at the front. You do have straps there, but you do have straps everywhere. One interesting thing is I have chosen not to go for an auto load version, and it's still showing square bales as a fill type down there. And not only that, but we also have the help window triggers up at the top left-hand corner. Boom, just like that. You can see we've got the bales moving left and right there. So just a quick heads up there in case you're like, oh, some of this doesn't work. It does. It's just showing those things on a version that doesn't have auto load for some reason. Next new one to come out today for all platforms is the Brantner Z 18051. I don't know how to say 5 numbers in a row. I have no idea. It's just a me thing. Holds 19,600 liters bulk capacity, which is very nice to see. We've also got a couple different wheel options to choose from. Very nice through there. We also have either yellow or white lettering. It's kind of cool. Cover is a yes or no. However, it also has an extra design, like a holder for it, and it's kind of neat. I mean, it makes it look like it's off all the time. Pretty cool. You do have a color for the frame as well as your main. So there you go. Oh yeah, and it does have a trailer hitch, so you can hook multiple of these together. Next one up, the Lizard EV120. This is not an electric vehicle. It is a manure spreader. So there you go. 13,000 liter capacity, 4.4 tons, 130 horsepower, required 9 meter working width, and 9 miles an hour. Got a couple different wheel setups, which is nice to see. Manure only, so no lime is coming out of this one. And if it looks familiar, it is based on the orange EV120 by the same modder, 76 Max. One of my favorite corn headers back, and we're back to Hispano-modding again. The Capello Quasar HS16. This bad boy, 12 meters at 6 miles an hour. Oh, yeah, let's go with this. We do have multiple different color options to choose from here, so you can make it match, well, to be pretty much honest, anything you want. You got your John Deere there, your John Deere here. Do whatever you want. I love this thing. Here's one I know is going to be helpful to you. This is the Hitch Support. Now, this is specifically designed to work with Volvo wheel loaders. The 120, 180, maybe the 200, something like that. Something with a hitch on the back, pit hitch. That way you can hook up to it. And this actually allows you to run a ball hitch, which is very nice. You can also run that pintle hitch if you want to as well. And then we have multiple height options for it too. So actually multiple height options for both of these. Love seeing the availability there. Now, will this work on everything else that's got a hitch? Sure. Probably even work on the rear of some trailers, but it is specifically designed for those Volvo wheel loaders. So check that out. Very cool. And we got a bunch of colors too. The next mod is very interesting to me because I feel like it takes a feature and then makes it worse, and also makes it very, very confined. We'll talk about it. So this is the Lizard Rice Seeder. And it's got some screenshots on the mod hub. We'll show you those. And these screenshots are shown with the rice seeder out in water. Yes, out in the water. With the exception of that one. However, it doesn't do rice. It does dry rice, or long grain rice, if you were to call it that. Which leads me to my next question of the specifications. It's got 500 liters of seed. Okay, that's not too bad. 4 meters, 50 horsepower. Okay, that's cool. You cannot plant wet or dry rice, long grain rice. You can't plant that in water. Doesn't work in the game. Furthermore, every single seeder in the game already does this. So you would almost be better off using something else. I think, at the end of the day, because that only does that one crop. Interestingly as well, this mod came out last week, I believe. Yeah, on Friday. And this will also do long grain rice. It's got a 30-meter worker with instead of a 4. I'm not trying to talk you out of this one. It's just, I don't get it. They took a thing and made it worse and made it only do one thing. And there's no customization. We should get an update to this. Next, we got a roller. The U600 1.3 TUR. I don't know what the TUR is, but there you go. It is a 3-meter roller. It's in 3 different pieces, which is very cool. You can add a little bit of weight, although it doesn't actually add any weight. So there's that. Still 1.9 tons, regardless of what you do. We got some color options. Got a slurry thingy, drag hose. There you go, 24 meters, 9 mile an hour. It is the Bomech 24. Last mod before we get into placeables, the Hi-Vis LED lights, tractors, front weight. This thing's got like everything on it. You got a pin hitch, you got your ball hitches on there, you've got lights all the way around it. You could change the color between so many grays. And we've got, sorry, had to. And then you've got weights all the way around. There's even a 3-point section out there with some weight as well, up to 3,400 kgs. This thing's insane, absolutely insane. I wish there was a smaller version, because if it was a little bit smaller, maybe like 1,000 or 1,200 kgs, I would have a bigger use for this on my farms at least. But for you, definitely check this out. If you're running some big tractors, you can do anything with this. Now we're into placeables, and actually there's some stuff in the mod hub as well, but we'll take a look at that. The stock pack for farm aid products. Now, if you were to read the mod description, at least in English, you will see warehouses. And it says warehouse for bulk, warehouse for liquid, and, storage for consumables and bales. That would be this. That makes pretty much sense. But it is referring to these. These are going to be found in silos. So I went through looking for warehouses everywhere. However, don't do what I did. Just go in here and you're good to go. They will all hold the same. However, they got some neat customization options. So you can change up stuff, and especially if you're on your farm and you only are going to use this for seeds, holds 100,000 liters, by the way. You could just put that on there. That totally cool. Totally awesome. You've also got one for liquids here, and if we go into customization options, there's actually visual differences here. The triggers are the same. However, visibly, you can see like if you're running, I don't know, silage additive. There you go. If you want this tank full of silage additive, you could do that. Super cool, very awesome. Again, 100,000 liters, or you could just fill them up straight here. So, silage additive, water, herbicide, diesel exhaust fluid, diesel, liquid fertilizer. There you go. So there's all of your fill types for that one. And then for this one, you have your oats, wheat, seeds, mineral feed, lime, solid fertilizer, pig food, and road salt. So plenty going on over there. Oh, man, I'm running out of breath over here. And lastly, we've got a couple different things here. You can see I've only got square bale twine, square bale net, and bale wrap on this one. This one might have the coolest customization. At least I think that it does. If we come in here, you can take a look. We got all kinds of stuff as far as visibly. So you've got your bale wrap, bale twine, bale net, and then you got it with signs. Oh, yeah. So that's pretty cool. Again, holds all that stuff. And one of the nice things is you could buy it from here. 100,000 liters of it. And whenever you're ready to get it out, right there, fill up. These are pretty darn cool. But the mod does get even cooler, I think. So we have 2 trailers here, 10,000 liters and 50,000 liters respectively. These are modded MKS tankers. We have the 10 and 50 here from the the 8 and the 32, I believe they are in the base game. These hold every single liquid. Not milk's a liquid. All liquids, including goat milk, by the way. I know that's a big dealio. So there you go. It also holds that. And we even have pallets. I don't really know why these are in here, but yeah, you got silage additive, water, diesel, and DEF added into the fertilizer pallets that we already have in the base game. So there you go. Whew. It seems like there's a lot, but there's really not a lot. You got some silos and a couple trailers. More Hispanomods. Didn't expect to see Hispanomods in a placeable, but here you go. These are the Planet Bunkersilo Packers. Packs. I don't know. I tried to put a at the end. It didn't work. It kind of gives you an idea of how much silage you've got, so you can kind of see these markers here. Gives you a bit of an idea. I'm not sure how accurate these are, or if you should take them to face value, but still pretty cool. Also, if you're running multiples of the same together, so let's say, for example, I run a smaller guy right here. Boom, boom. You can bump them together, although they aren't actually close enough. So there's that. Next on our list, we have the Monoslope Cow Barn. This is from American Modding Inc., a.k.a. Lancey Boy. Changed his name for American Mods, and I have no idea why. Lance, what are you doing, man? In here, at least at the base configuration, this should hold around 100. Yeah, there we go, 133 animals. This is actually the default fence. Fence is huge in this. I believe it is supposed to hold 99 cattle. Yes, 99. We do have some customization as far as your colors go, so if you'd like to change this up, you can. You could do meadow grass and as well your fence. So yes, you could make the fence smaller if you preferred. And as far as food goes, 60,000 liters of food and 38,000 liters of straw. As we said, there is meadow grass, and you can also do manure, but at least I think you can do manure. There's no straw fill. Is there no straw fill? Come on, I gotta make poop. Oh, there is straw. 38,000 liters straw. I am an idiot. Goodness gracious. My brain hurts. I need some Dr. Pepper. Next to last place on all platforms, the Arch Hall is available with or without doors. So if you don't want doors, you don't have to get the doors. One click opens both. Very nice. And this is really neat. Dude. Look at this. It does not... my FOV does not do this thing justice. Holy cow. And lastly today, oh my goodness, we have houses with interiors. You can pretty much bet if I'm showing off the house, it has an interior from now on. The wardrobe for this version is actually right here. It doesn't have a light on it for some reason. It'll light a little icon, but still not too bad. The doors are a little loud, and they all make the exact same sound. I would maybe say in a future update, change the sounds on a couple of them. That way it's not... It's just over and over. It gets very annoying, especially having to walk through 1, 2, 3, 4 just to get to the kitchen. You don't have to come in here, but I mean, you can. So there you go. So that is 1. Can I get it? Yeah, you hear how annoying that could be? It's very annoying. Nonetheless, got an interior, so I shouldn't complain. And then we've got another one here. Now this one, only 2 doors to get to where you want to go. This kitchen, there you go, straight ahead. You've also got your living area over here. Very cool. And through here, you got the bedroom. Very, very nice. I like it. This is your sleepy time trigger right there. I need to turn on my help window to be able to find the... I guess it gets here? Maybe here. Here. Where's the wardrobe? I just realized the bed doesn't have any collisions. Ooh, freaky. Well, unfortunately, I could not figure out where in here we could change clothes. I can tell you that there's a bathroom over here. I think I just went right past it, but there's a bathroom here if you wanted to have a role play taking a poo. Next, let's take a look at our new ones for PC and Mac players. We've got a nice cow barn here. We've also got all decorative foliage, so that's pretty cool. It adds all of the map available foliage to the construction menu. Next new one for PC and Mac players is called Transfer Ownership. You're able to technically transfer ownership of bales, pallets, and vehicles in multiplayer. It's kind of neat. So bales and pallets placed in the trigger area will be grouped by field type and object type for fast and easy transfer. The best sell price for each group of objects will be displayed when available. Additionally, an estimated sell price will be displayed for each vehicle within the trigger area, and the price displayed is based on the delivering and selling price the vehicle directly at the store. So no money is changed, but it's a really neat mod. This is super cool and is going to change a lot of servers. That's cool. Next is free placement, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You can put anything down wherever you want it. You got to pay for it, but you can put it down wherever you want. This is great. Here's another helpful mod for multiplayer. Keep Me Admin. Server admin password manager for multiplayer. It saves your password when you log in as administrator and automatically logs you back in as an administrator the next time you visit the server. And lastly, bulk fill. Any refillable tools, which include seeder, sprayers, or trailers, are now bulk fill from multiplayer pallets or big bags using only single fill command as long as there are no other matching fill units in range. This is super awesome. Love it. Absolutely love it. Today's a pretty cool day. Checking out our updates for PC and Mac players. We got Oak City version 1.1. A new save game is required for this. They've got a fix for stones not appearing, fixed shadows that were visible on the map edges, and adjusted fences and filled entrances. And your last mod today, Production Control. This will be version 1001. UI fix for better mod compatibility. Well, I thought I was done, but one mod actually released as I was uploading this video, so I pulled it down to show you guys this from Loki. We have an update to Tip Anywhere. This is going to be version 102. Restricted indoor tipping to sheds only due to issues with other building types like spillage occurring outside of silos. And there you go. That is all of your mods for today. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like on it. Get subscribed if you're new and join the DjGoHam fam. Double check those notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. I've already released Farm Sim News, so definitely check that out. We talked about the Elm Creek release date. It's this week, by the way. There's also a Farmall 140 Max coming out. Pretty darn cool. Hope you have an awesome day. We'll catch you in the next one.